Hi, it is episode 38 of the Daily Vlog. This is the second time I'm recording this because the first time I did it, I had two interruptions by the police department calling my cell phone that I record this on, following up on my debit card theft. So I did a vlog a few days ago about that, or last week, I guess, where somebody had got my number and made a card and then had a spending spree here in town. Usually that happens out of state or another city, but this time they were really close. So I'm trying to see if we can get some video from a couple of the places. So anyway, I did get all my money back from PayPal, finally. So they were really good about refunding that. So I can function again as a business, which is nice. The vlog that I recorded, I'm re-recording now because it was kind of chunky and it was just interruptions broke my train of thought. Was about Patreon, and I thought I did a video about Patreon already. And then I realized I think it was part of a different vlog, and I may have been thinking of my Patreon video itself, but I had a question about Patreon and how it worked and things. So Patreon, for those of you that do not know, is a website, patreon.com, that allows fans of artists and creators of different stripes, music, art, comics, painting, whatever, because artists, most of what we do in the internet age as artists, and well, I guess really in every age, is just put out there for free. And this is a way of connecting with fans of your work, and if they want to help support you as the work that you've been putting out for free and they've enjoyed, you pledge a month from like $1 a month on up. And it helps, it's kind of crowdsourcing the, back in the old days when they had an artist had a patron, a wealthy person who would support them while they made their art. Now it's kind of distributed to your whole fan base. Here's a little bit of money. Keep making what you're making. And in return, Patreon has reward tiers. So, $1 on my particular, you set it up however you want. So I've set it up basically $1 gets you access to Patreon only posts. So I post things exclusively there or early, or offer deals on things. So I try to offer, if I'm going to offer something on Twitter for sale, like sometimes I'll sell things on Twitter, like art and sketches and stuff, like some smaller sketches, and I'll try to offer it on Patreon first. My eBay stuff is hard because it's already built in a week, 5 to 7 days auction, and to offer that, it would just lengthen that to offer that on Patreon first, and that's a sizable portion of my income that kind of comes in regularly. So that's kind of difficult. But with sketches and things, I do try to, anything I put up on my website store, at brianshearerart.bigcartel.com. I've got some sketches up there now. I'll try to post them on Patreon first, or I'll offer like a code to get 20% off, which for the month of April, Patreon supporters should get 20% off. I think it's 20%. Anyway, there's a deal there. Go check it out on Patreon. So $1 gets you access to all that. Then like there's 5 and 10 and 25 and on up. And the further up you go, you get, once a month you get a sketch or prints from my catalog you can choose. And I kind of left it open where you can redeem it if you want to. This goes back to my earlier point of being horrible at self-promotion. Like I feel people are just going to get sick of getting stuff from me. So if you want to redeem it once a month, please do. But you don't have to. But So anyway, at a certain point, your whole house would just be like pictures of sketches of things I've done. That seems pretty extreme. But anyway, if you wanted that, that's fine. So you pledge once a month, and then it comes out of your. I think you have to give like a card or something, and or Maybe you can do PayPal with it. I don't know how they set it up. It's all secure stuff. So I support some people as well, a couple of people, and I've never had a problem. So that's kind of what Patreon does. And it's just a way of, one of the things that I've found hard is, I do my own webcomic at WilliamTheLast.com. I also have a webcomic exclusive for Patreon people that I try to put up regularly, and I'm behind on that and on William the Last because G.I. Joe is kind of my main thing at the moment, and I've been on that for 4 years now. So everything else, all other projects have to, I have to meet that deadline every month. But I also have to have other side projects because I have to buy groceries and have money. So the thing that gets put aside are my personal projects I don't get paid for because I have to buy groceries. So at any given time, like right now, I've got 2 side projects in addition to G.I. Joe that I'm juggling. And for the last month, I've kind of got an itch to start doing William the Last again because it's been maybe more than a month since I put up a page and just, it's a long form story. Then I would like to finish it one day. So the hope, ideally, Patreon would kind of step in and fill that gap where, hey, I don't have to take this extra job because my fans are, helping me, support me to make this thing that I can turn around and give back to them. So, that's kind of the idea. I try to give some extra things throughout the year, like end of the year. Last year, I put together the print copy of William the Last and some extra little goodies and sent it off just as a thank you. And I want to do more throughout the year, surprise things. But in the last month, my life has been upside down with work and getting ready to move, which I've mentioned a bunch of times, which we're still in limbo with because we're waiting on the house to be finished, the other house, to go look at it. So it's a long story. So anyway, speaking of work, I've got to get back to mine, and I will see you tomorrow.